Good morning, good morning, good morning to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hope you had a great night. Yeah. Mine was, you know how it is. Yeah. Hope you're well rested and ready to face the challenges of today. Hope you're disciplined as well to do the things that you ought to do, right? Good morning to you, Marisho Muff out there in paradise. I haven't heard you in a long time, bro. Good morning to the folks inside of Chocolate City. No longer the Cocoa. It's Chocolate City, yeah? Good morning to all those of you in the medical field, all the doctors and nurses. Yeah, all those in the medical fraternity. My partner Rhino, good morning. How the sorrel and the green peas coming along, eh? Nice.
Are you ready? Just be on your feet.
The folks in Riversally, Latast, Bathway, good morning.
Right now. Let's go. Follow. You can do.
Hope all is well, yeah?
Come on, say.
Rose Hill, how's Rose Hill doing this morning? Hermitage, Montrich, Montrule.
Follow me.
The Swan family out there, good morning.
Even money must follow you. Bullets.
Lakey and the guys in Montrich.
Call them. Follow me.
Yeah, remember in the days.
Follow me.
Them time Lakey wasn't in Montrich yet.
Follow me.
When Rastaman and I and Amigo, you know, it cook the big pot of split pea soup. And Rastaman cooking it about if you see pig snout. Under the almond tree in the past year in front of Stedman shop. Good morning, Stedman and family. All you good? Nice. The Mark family up there, good morning to you too. Glennis Mark and family. The Carib Stone crew, good morning. The mere fact that you're alive, that means you're blessed. That's one blessing already, yeah? And there will be more blessings following you around today. Just state it, right? Nice. 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. That is a time. The folks inside of Moya and Dunfermline. Good morning, Kalma Show and family. How are you doing? Yeah, you crossed my mind yesterday, Kalma Show. Still could dance, right? Nice. The folks inside of Pearls and the surrounding areas. Auntie Alma and Helen and everybody. I almost said Judy. Just remembering she is transitioned. Janice and everybody, good morning. Catherine, good morning. You'll get the information soon. I promise by Friday, okay? Nice. Ann Williams and family. Miss Lyra, good morning. Jemmy Peters and family. Arthur Reno and family. Dawson Gibbs and family. Wow. The Ranger family. Sarge, good morning to you. Roy and Eric and Urias and Kotai. Yeah, and all the wives too. All of them married and turned man, you know. We're going on, boy. What? I alone left behind. Nonetheless, folks, it's time for us to get with the program. Before I do that, let me acknowledge, as Roman Weirins would say, acknowledge me. All right, let me acknowledge those of you who are on the platforms. Mary Banks says good morning. So Cheryl Silly, morning blessings to everyone. Thank God for life. Catherine Phillips says good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning, Catherine. Yolan Swan, a pleasant good morning to you, Mr. Joseph, and to all your loyal listeners. Blessings to everyone. Say good morning to my community. Thank you so much. Upper St. John and St. Andrew, good morning. Yeah, the days of, Corey and I and Moses hanging out by Baker Shop in St. John, boy, those were days. And Cali. Carl Abraham, good morning to you. All right, Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Blessings for a thankful Thursday. Have a wonderful, safe day ahead, everyone, all the way from New York. Good morning, Yulin. You ain't coming for Christmas, girl? All right, Cheryl Charles, good morning to you, Mr. Joseph, and all the peeps on in Grenada and surrounding. Have a blessed Thursday. Thank you. A happy Thursday morning to you, my brother, from this little cold place, Brooklyn. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Good morning, Mr. Langay. How you doing? All right. Cameron Andrew says, good morning, my colleagues them. Okay. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph, GBN Carriacou and Petey Grenada, Carriacou and Petey Martinique. Good morning. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning, everyone from Northern Virginia. Hope you all have a wonderful day today. Judith Wadley de Gale says, blessings from where? That's from the UK? Yeah, good morning. Blessings from the UK, right? Jillian McIntyre says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Jillian. Yulin, thank you, Gordon, for your warm welcoming. It's always appreciated. Yeah, come home, man. What happened to you? Stay out too long. Come and get some sunshine, a whole heap of vitamin D. All right, let's get with the program now, or else we'll be out of time, and we don't want to do that. So let's see the word of the day today. It's an adjective. It's the word genial, rather. All right. Genial, someone described as genial is cheerful and pleasant. A thing described as genial suggests or expresses friendliness and cheer. Here's how you can spell it, Genial. All right. Now we can say Omar was a most genial host, making sure to spend time with each and every one of the guests at the reception. Okay. We can also say, though I knew no one at the conference, the genial atmosphere immediately put me at ease. Nice. Good. 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and it's time for the thought of the day. Good morning, Nadisha, and the folks out there in Cafe. Good morning, surrounding areas. Katie Cat, good morning to you and the family. The Sandersons, the folks in Mama Can and surrounding areas, good morning. The thought of the day. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail. Yeah, a successful man is a man who rises one more time than he falls. So that means you're going to fall, but what is important is not staying in your fallen state, but rising again. Yeah, I rise. Yeah, Itana had a great song like that. Okay, so the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail. 19 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and of course the buzzing stories. Well, of course, I will remind you of hunting. All right, the season will be closed on the 31st of December. It was opened on the 1st of October, so it is still safe to hunt the manikou, the tattoo, the iguana, the rami, and the monkey. Again, I urge you to please seek permission before you go into people's property to hunt. Because you going there as a hunter in someone's property, unauthorized, you could become the hunted, all right? You know in the song, Parang the Wrong House? In the background, you hear the man say, look, the one langui dog, yes? Yeah, the pit bull might just be released, and you might just become the hunted. So seek permission first before you go into people's properties to hunt, right? Good. Good morning to the folks in Cherry Hill and surrounding areas. Point. Yeah. All right. For the first time, Grenada will have a representative at the Mrs. Curve Globe, a competition aimed at raising awareness on full-figured women in the capacity of ambassadors to help other women in need. I say full woman. What do you mean? Full-figured woman. What do you mean by that? Judland, good morning. How you do? You and Sylvia and Daphne and Nairobi. Good morning. The government of Grenada on Monday signed the official release of the Riviera site. That's near to the Cameron Park. And it also closed the Kimpton-Kawana Bay deal. Yeah, big things are going. Yeah. Yeah. And what that is actually going to do is going to increase the room stock on the island, which augurs well for the tourism sector. Good morning to the folks at the Grenada Tourism Authority, Madam Petra Roach and your colleagues. Good morning. Miss Nicoyan Roberts, good morning. That name just stuck in my head. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Keep on doing your great works and great exploits will come your way. All right, now Grenada Tourism Authority is celebrating a first UNESCO inscription for traditional boat building in Carriacou and Pitimatnik. That's good news. While saying that, good morning to my good friend Ruben out there at Six Senses, last suggest. Good morning. As a matter of fact, good morning to the entire team at the Six Senses, all right? Yeah, good morning to the folks at Off Range as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Continue doing what you're doing. You're looking good. Yeah, great things are in store. I told you time and time again of that innovative gentleman from the western side that is involved in hydroponics. That's where you use nutrient-based water and you grow your crops. It takes away that thing of season for you because the plants are always irrigated. All right. And now the use of the technology to grow lettuce is a profitable venture, and that's a direction I would like to see more people go. Yeah, good things are in store. I am confident that the agricultural sector will be transformed. Good morning to my good buddy, the Honorable Adrian Pursuita Thomas. Good morning to you and the family. Mr. Regis next door and the family, good morning. Teacher Reggie. Okay, folks, so this is where we break it off. That's where we break it off this morning. We'll have a conversation after the news, but it's just about that time when we break for the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Before we do that, Judith Watherly de Gale, good morning. Okay, right, I did this one already. Maureen Toussaint, good morning to Pearls in St. Andrew, and it's you, Gordon Murray and Rubbermaid. All right, okay. Maureen, good morning. Alison Cox Osborne, morning. Hope all is well. Well, all is not well, but what is well is well, and what is unwell, I am trying to make well. You understand what I'm saying? But thanks for asking, Alison. Nice. Okay, folks, we do that break. We've got the news. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. But those of you who are stuck with me here on Classic, we've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Stick and stay with us.
It's a happier holiday when every wish and dream can come alive for those you love and cherish with a loan from Nexa Credit Union. Just think of the experiences you could share, the surprises you could gift, and the memories you could make with a little extra in your pocket this Christmas. Our Happier Holiday Loan is about the happiness and warmth it can bring because there's no need to worry. Unwrap more than just gifts. Experience heartfelt connections and joyous celebrations with family and friends. Get up to $50,000 for home furnishings, renovations, gifts, and more while enjoying easy repayment terms, affordable interest rates, and quick approvals. So, dream a little bigger and enjoy discounts galore at our favorite partner stores. Make your holidays happier with Nexa. Call us at 440-1354. Visit our website at nexacreditunion.com or email us at loans@nexacreditunion.com. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Union representative for workers at the gravel and concrete emulsion plant says 13 days after protest action, some level of resolution has been found on a few of the issues aired by workers. In this Rena Pierre Thomas report, you'll hear the outcome of the meeting.
The main matter that we came to meet with the workers here this evening have to do with what we call payment or extra payment for the Christmas. and the workers have voted to accept a payment that will be paid by this Friday, the 15th, so that workers are getting an extra pay outside of their regular pay for this Christmas that will be paid by this Friday. The recommendation that has been accepted, or the offer that came, was 1 month pay. Yes, that's apart from their regular salary.
That was President of the Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, as he spoke on the outcome of Wednesday's sit-down with labor representatives and management of the Gravel and Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation. On December 1st, workers took protest action after they were told that the company was unable to pay profit sharing at the end of the year, despite it being promised to them in the previous year. This, they say, was unfair, as they claim management spent an estimated $500,000 on equipment that never worked with no consultation from workers. The president said they now await the recommendation by the Labor Commissioner on 2 other issues: recontract employment and the reinstatement of a dismissed worker.
The union and the management met to seek to resolve the matters of worker representative on the board, the matter of profit sharing, the matter of contract work, and the matter of the reinstatement of the dismissed worker. We met today at the Labor Commissioner's level, and the Labor Commissioner is expected to send to us by next week her recommendations on 2 of the 4 matters.
Lewis explained that the issue surrounding the workers' representation on the board is one that is yet to be rectified.
Because one of the matters that the company sent to the ministry, that of the worker representative, have absolutely no dealings to do with at the level of the Labor Commissioner. That matter was already resolved by the relevant line ministry, by the workers' representative signing the document, therefore having him officially on the board. The matter that the board has failed to act on.
The union representative is optimistic that good sense will prevail as they look forward to the resolution of the outstanding matters. Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell criticizes recent amendments to the fiscal responsibility legislation, claiming it hinders the creation of necessary financial buffers. More in this report from Nisha Paul.
The recent amendments to the Fiscal Responsibility Act and other laws by this administration have stifled the creation of adequate buffers necessary to complement the external climate and other financing. You may recall, Mr. Speaker, the amendment made to the Transformational Fund regulations, reducing the contingency fund from 40% to 10% earlier this year. They claim they're making a lot of revenue and CBI doing so well. But you're reducing a contingency fund, so to speak.
The opposition leader advanced his argument during his contribution to the 2024 budget debate, reiterating the call for broader, decisive action on climate change.
Mr. Speaker, when Hurricanes Ivan and Emily destroyed our country in 2004 and 2005, we had little or no saving to use in the rebuilding process. And we were heavily reliant on loans and support and being beggars through the international community, the donor and friendly governments. We were on our knees. We had no savings. We are therefore urged, and we agreed to have an appropriate saving for future disasters. This we did, as this government itself admitted that they met a pregnant treasury when they got into office. So the impression given by this government that we had no money for contingency is misleading. Very misleading.
During a recent Beyond the Headlines program, Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, explained that the fiscal responsibility legislation allows for fiscal buffers.
One of the things that we've done, or has been done this year, is the setting aside in a rainy fund at the central bank, for example, 10% of all the NTF revenues. That is a mitigated factor. So right now, there's about $19 million in that account that can be used in the event of some kind of economic shock that you can look forward to. There's also, for example, with the World Bank, what is called a catastrophe deferred drawdown option, where it's an insurance. For example, there's a state of emergency, the government can draw down $20 million US to be able to deal with that emergency, localized or otherwise. And this is one of the things that I think this Fiscal Resilience and Fiscal Responsibility Act has helped Grenada in the context that it allows or has allowed for the build-up of fiscal buffers.
Meanwhile, Dr. Mitchell said he is looking forward to the implementation of the Loss and Damage Fund, which is one of the achievements of the 28th Conference of Parties, COP28, meeting held recently in Dubai. The Loss and Damage Fund has steadily become a high priority for vulnerable small island developing states like Grenada, with announcements of developed nations, pledges on the first day of the Climate Change Conference.
This Loss and Damage Fund will go a long way in re-risking, alleviating, and building climate resilience among communities impacted by climate change.
Former business sector representative in the Upper House of Parliament, Christopher Diali, had previously questioned the tangible benefits for Grenada in terms of climate resilience and adaptation.
How much money are we getting from attending these things in real monies so that we could say we deal with coral bleaching, we deal with sea rises? What is happening? We have the issue of the carnage, significant sea rise, and what is happening on the carnage and the wall and the penetration of the sea. You heard nothing about how we're going to deal with those issues from a climate resilience point of view. How do we have the money to deal with these infrastructural issues that is going to need mitigation and adaptation to get things to happen? I haven't seen the detail of the PSIP program. Even under the section dealing with environmental, there was very little or no mention about resilience and adaptation, except through agriculture. There's a project about agriculture and that, but nothing seriously from an infrastructural point of view how we deal with it.
According to Minister for Climate Resilience, Environment and Renewable Energy, Karine James, over $700 million is needed in climate financing to implement projects locally. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The European Union's recent announcement of its plan to tax the carbon pollution emitted to make goods imported from countries like India and China sparked debate at the COP28 climate conference in Dubai over the weekend. The issue strikes at a core dilemma that policymakers in developing countries like Grenada are grappling with, as they fear such tariffs will harm livelihoods and economic growth. So how can this decision affect Grenada? Rena Pierre-Thomas examines the issue in this report.
On Wednesday, Rockhill Moses, CEO of the Caribbean Climate Smart Accelerator, said each country has to pay for its part in pollution.
I think it serves as a catalyst, right? What we want countries to decarbonize their economies, but we also can't pretend that we aren't participating in those economies. So if we aren't paying the full price, including the carbon for those products, then we need to. And I think it's a great move. The economic impact, I think it will be startling at first, but we have long advocated for a price on carbon so that we are actually factoring in the cost of how we operate. And I think it's a necessary progression towards us decarbonizing our economies.
Through the tax, the EU hopes to set a price on the carbon emitted to make energy-intensive products like iron, steel, cement, fertilizer, and aluminum in other countries. The aim is to both reduce emissions from imports and create a level playing field for goods made in the European bloc that must meet stricter green standards. So how will this directly affect Grenada's economy? Speaking Speaking to GBN, Christopher Diali, former Senator for Business in the Upper House of Parliament, said this can directly affect Grenada's construction sector.
So for construction, it would significantly impact the cost of constructing buildings and all the projects that we're going into. And remember, Grenada's economy for 2024 is going to be predicated primarily on the construction sector doing well. We have a number of projects in play already, so we need to understand how that will affect what is going to happen in terms of increases in costs. For the average man on the street who wants to build a home, you would have gone to the bank and negotiated the cost of your home at a particular price, and based on the mortgage and what you could afford. When we had a similar situation after COVID and the price of steel and all of these things went up, a lot of people had to change their design for their homes and go back to the bank and renegotiate. So it poses a lot of difficulty.
Diali also pointed out the pros and cons for the general population.
Well, I mean, construction workers right now, as far as I understand it, is in demand. So you may have a situation where they will probably be buoyed and not immediately have to be impacted by getting them released from projects, because projects, now we need probably more workers than we could afford with those large projects. So they may have a delayed effect on the situation. So hopefully that will help.
The former senator spoke of some ways in which Grenada can prepare to mitigate this issue.
Other sectors in terms of blue is something we need to look at, because the blue economy is using the natural resources of the seas around us to see how we can impact what we do in the economy. Green is probably from a construction point of view, how we build differently and what kind of other materials we could use besides concrete and steel, because there are a lot of technical developments in different types of material now for building that you could consider using. So that will require a lot of innovation and, of course, understanding. But then again, some of these materials are not cheap, and then we're in a hurricane zone, so we have to be careful what we do and make sure the structural integrity is good enough to withstand some.
All ministries or units housed at the financial complex on the Carnage St. George will be relocated in the first quarter of 2024. This is to accommodate infrastructural work on the building. Beverly Tellisford has the report.
After years of poor working conditions, public servants stationed within the financial complex located on the Carnage St. George will see the start of remedial work on all health and safety issues. In the first quarter of 2024, the various departments will be temporarily relocated to facilitate remedial work on the building. Minister for Finance Dennis Cornwall said the current administration inherited issues such as mold, poor ventilation, and malfunctioning air-conditioned systems. He said $2 million have been allocated for the project.
We are moving to renovate the entire building, making it green building as far as possible. The Caribbean Efficient and Green Energy Building project funded by the World Bank will support investments in every energy efficient measures and distributed solar photovoltaic system installed on rooftops or in public places throughout Grenada. The financial complex will be one of the buildings forming part of the project. An amount of $2 million is allocated in 2024 for this venture.
So far, some units have already been relocated to new rented workspaces, said Minister Cornwall.
The Accountant General Division has already relocated to the Locust Street, while the Inner Revenue Department will be at the Julian's Building opposite courts in the coming weeks. The rest of the ministry will be moved to location in the first quarter of 2024. More details will be given on this matter. In the interim, we have moved to relocate the various departments in the Ministry of Finance to rented premises, which is costing us an arm and a leg.
It is expected that the infrastructural work will be completed within 18 to 24 months. Minister Cornwall thanked the Ministry of Finance staff for their patience and understanding.
The decision to withdraw fully from the building while work is being done was taken with the best interest of our staff in mind. At this point, I will have to express my gratitude to the hard-working staff of the Ministry of Finance for your patience as we address the various issues related to your work environment. Rest assured, we are working to resolve all these issues and ensure that you have a safe and comfortable environment to operate.
The minister was speaking in the lower house of Parliament on Monday. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Opening of the new law year will take place in Grenada around mid-January 2024. King's Counsel Ruggles Ferguson informed GBN that Chief Justice Dame Janice Pereira will be addressing the opening of a law week for the last time as Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Courts.
This year, the opening actually is in Grenada. And so you have the opening is usually where the Court of Appeal will be sitting, because we have one Court of Appeal for the 9 countries making up the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court. So this year, the opening is in Grenada, and therefore the court is coming to Grenada, both to sit as a Court of Appeal that week, and you have the physical opening in Grenada, and it's usually the highlight of the opening will be the address by the Chief Justice, and who sets the tone and the action plan for the year. Probably significant this year, it's the final address from this Chief Justice, because she's retiring. She has reached retirement age.
Ferguson acknowledged the Chief Justice's significant contribution to justice systems in the region.
And has really lifted the bar and has done a stellar performance in her stint as Chief Justice. And so that would be her final address. And hopefully not fading off into the horizon, but simply not being Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, but being able to contribute, hopefully, to the continued development of the justice sector in the region. And I'm sure she will continue to do so.
The Honorable Dame Justice M. Pereira was sworn in as the first female Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court on the 24th of October 2012. She joined the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court as a High Court judge in 2003 and later was elevated to the position of Justice of Appeal in 2009. In May 2013, she was awarded Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The Chief Justice is expected to be joined by other regional colleagues and councils right here in Grenada. The Grenada Bar Association will have to elect a new president following the imminent resignation of its current president, Derek Sylvester, whose tenure ends on December 31st. Christina John reports.
Speculations is rife that current Vice President of the Grenada Bar Association, Francis Paul, is poised to attain the presidency. However, that would be determined at the association's next annual general meeting on January 4th, 2024. The need to secure a new president of the Bar Association follows the pending departure of Derek Sylvester, the current president of the association, whose tenure comes to an end at the end of this month as he prepares to take up a position as a judge in Belize. King's Counsel and former president of the GBA, Ruggles Ferguson, views Sylvester's departure as a gain rather than a loss. It's all about regional integration, he said, noting that in like manner, there are persons practicing law here from outside of Grenada.
It's a loss. Anybody who lives in the narrow sense, you would say, well, that energy, enthusiasm, that passion, ability to motivate others, it's always a loss. But I don't like to see these things in terms of losses, but gains. Gain is a gain for himself in terms of the experience, a new experience. And it's a gain for the region, it's a gain for Belize. And a gain for Belize too is a gain for the rest of the region, because the way that we operate now, it's not Grenada and Belize and Jamaica, Trinidad, all standing on their own. For example, Mr. Sylvester was active in the OECS Bar Association and OGBA in his capacity as president of the Grenada Bar Association. So it's a plus, of course, for the country where he is going, and by extension, it will be a plus for the region.
He explained that the role of president is a voluntary one, and anyone assuming that position must have a certain wit.
President of any organization, first and foremost, must be a good team player. You must have a love to serve, and to serve and work on behalf of the organization, and it requires tireless work. You must love people. You must be a good organizer, a good motivator. You must be able to inspire others to work and to follow the vision of the association.
Ferguson described the Bar Association as a very active organization, having led the way with the establishment of a bar bench, the first in the Commonwealth to establish a law week, among other areas.
We are strong on public legal education. For example, you have this Archibald Ned Memorial Lecture. Is a lecture, the only one of its kind in the entire Commonwealth, the longest serving lecture series. Is run by the Bar Association of Grenada. So it's an active bar. It's a bar that is well entrenched in activities, and whoever assumes the post of president then must follow those footsteps. And as Mr. Sylvester himself was very energetic, full of energy, full of enthusiasm, full of passion for the law, and therefore he was able to shoulder those responsibilities in a very successful manner.
Christina John, GBN News.
More than 100 Grenadians with a passion for dancing benefited from a dance workshop over the past week. The aim is to expose participants to various dancing techniques that will help them develop their skills. We have more in this report.
10-year-old Riley Phillip and 16-year-old Kaylee Slocum are just two of the many children participating in the For the Love of Dance workshop ongoing in various parishes in Grenada. The workshop, which comes to an end tomorrow, Wednesday, is free of cost and targets children and adults who are experienced, newcomers, or persons just interested in dancing. The young ladies gave their thoughts on their experience so far.
Some steps were a little hard for me to manage, especially since I was with the adults in the last few classes, but so far I am enjoying it. Well, I started dancing at the age 2 because my mom is a dancer, and I've grew to have a big love for dance, and I can't imagine my life without it now.
I am a theater arts student, and I wanted to expand my knowledge about dancing and the farmland tech so that I can share it with my other classmates. I hope to continue because dancing is my passion, and I would like my career to be some part of dance.
Grenadian international dancer and founder of For the Love of Dancing, Shanika Gibbs, says that hosting the workshop for the second year continues to ignite her drive to provide a platform for future dancers on the island. She believes that with the right exposure, the dancing art form in Grenada can grow.
So we did a little bit of traditional folk, West African movements, we did modern dance, we did contemporary, we had some elements of ballet, and we had, I'm proud to say, my artistic director is also here, so we had elements of Lantec, which is a Caribbean modern technique created by Dr. Lantonette Stein. Actually, I am a professional dancer. I dance with a company called La Cadco, a United Caribbean Dance Force, where we not only dance in Jamaica, but we tour the world. So after we leave here, we're actually headed to another tour in the States. Aside from that, I am also a theater arts teacher at a school in Jamaica. So I do believe it's a viable profession. We don't have to stick to what we knew back then. The world is changing, and the world is evolving. And as I aforementioned, we are talented, so why not hone our talents, hone our crafts?
This year, with the help of 9 sponsors, including its main sponsor, Sagico, and the Ministry of Youth and Culture, Gibbs collaborated with La Catco Dance Company in Jamaica, founded by Dr. Lantonette Steins. Dr. Steins says that the support received so far was positive and sees true potential in the art of dance in Grenada.
Because I have had dancers, I would almost say a CARICOM set of dancers from all over the Caribbean, from Trinidad, from Cuba, from Barbados, from Guyana, who come to Jamaica and study with me, train, and then perform internationally with the company. There are athletes that bodies have to train, and there is a formula to training the body. So my focus is to leave something with them. You know, not just to jump up and down like mad ants. It's not a gym, it's a technique. And I found that they were very responsive. And when I gave the corrections, they did, okay, that's what you want to do. So therefore, I'm thinking if they were getting that opportunity all the time, they could take the stage and represent Grenada everywhere.
For the Love of Dance, workshop hosted just about 10 classes in the various parishes on the mainland and will conclude its final class on Wednesday, December 13th at the Grenada Trade Center. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Students of the Journey of Youth Cricket School enjoyed Fun Day at the Lower Playing Field in St. David. Even the Prime Minister spent time with some students.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Cricket's lovely cricket. As Grenadians prepare for the hosting of the 2 West Indies vs England T20 encounters on Thursday and Saturday at the National Stadium, students of the JOY Journey of Youth Cricket School wrapped up their season with a fun day at the Lower Playing Field in St. David on Saturday. Photographed with the students was Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who extended gratitude to the organizers and sponsors of the cricket school. He commended everyone who played a pivotal role in nurturing the cricket talents of the youth. The Prime Minister said their dedication is not only reviving cricket, it is shaping well-rounded individuals. Our Eyesore line is open for your submission via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me up into that night, honey.
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Holding me, controlling.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits.
Don't take it out.
Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play with a hungry, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP childhood vaccination and immunization campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
right, welcome viewers and listeners to the conversation for this morning. It's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, and I thought I'll throw this out. Now, doing a postmortem of the show yesterday, right? I have come to that conclusion. Now, I think we are all big, matured individuals, and as the saying goes, we have sense. Now, the program, as I was, this thing buzzed in my head. It's really, if we continue along that path, then, what's the point? The program is to deal with national issues, right? And give you the opportunity to voice your opinions and concerns. It is not a place for the back and forth and rebuttal and so forth. This is not budget debate or parliamentary debate. You make your point, and in addition to that, it should not be so personal, all right, of attacking and rebut, please do not put me in a position where I would have to cut the conversation. All right, let's act as matured individuals and talk things that other people would want to hear. I don't want to hear the personal issues. Even if you meet me on the street and you start telling me these things, I would tell you, I'm not interested, much less to come on national radio and the television. So let's be, a better communicators than that. All right. Having said that, the program rolls on. 435-2041. That's the number to call. And I want to reach out and say congratulations to Mr. Mark Felix. He's a Grenadian, and he has now been crowned the world's strongest man. Right, for his huge grip, strength, and deadlifting. Okay, so congratulations to Mark Felix. Lydia Cameron says, good morning, Innocent. I would like to congratulate Mark Felix, a Grenadian strongman who is best for his huge grip, strength, and deadlifting ability. Good, nice. Jennifer Lawrence says, good morning, Innocent, viewers and listeners. Good. All right, Monica May Rose Williams, a pleasant good morning, Mr. Joseph. Thanks, and same to you. Sonia Mathlin Scott says, good morning, GBN, Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. Have a blessed and a beautiful, productive day. Thank you very much. Nice. So the number you can call, it's 435-2041. And what are your thoughts on the $500 payment and the fact that it is earmarked to become a permanent initiative? I like that. What are your thoughts on that? So give me a call, 435-2041. It's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock, and let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Greetings and welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. There is an issue at hand here. Is that related to this payment or proposed payment of $500 EC to the group of people in our country known as the vulnerable? And the use of that word permanent. I reckon that they use the word permanent because in 22 or so years ago, they made a payment which was considered to be temporary. As opposed, they're saying this is permanent. I think the word is out of context, my view. Reason being, as long as there is inflation in economics, no payment like this can be permanent. I think the word permanent should be removed and used, and instead the term until further review, because this sum has to obligatorily has to be reviewed within the next couple of years. Just as it was reviewed years ago when it was 250, then it moved to 3. Now it's at 5. Hallelujah. And I wish it'd be more, because I know according to the World Bank Poverty Mitigation Program, which by the way, the name has changed. I can't remember it now because my recorder battery has come to a close. But that is important to analyze. Again, I repeat, it's my view. So far for that, Mr. Joseph, until something else turns up.
Thank you.
We'll come again.
Thank you. Have a good one. Have a good day, caller. All right, 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. That is the time. Selwyn McClintock says, good morning from Guyana. Also, Little England Stove says, good morning all from lovely St. Patrick. Good morning. Let's head back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Innocent.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Morning. If I tell you how I like Mr. Rolo, you have no idea.
Well, go and look for him.
I don't know Mr. Rolo. I never met him. But like every time Mr. Rolo come on the air, I just have to listen to Mr. Rolo. Now, instead I like what you come out with this morning. We are mature people and we must learn to have respect. You don't come on a program and evangelize yourself like this. No, we have sense. We know bad from right from wrong.
Yeah, we big and we have sense.
Yes, and I mean, it's your show, and you is the one to put things in place, you know? You is the one to put things in place. Somebody come and the program and you fight it, well, you cut it off.
Right.
I like how you come out this morning. We must learn to have respect. I like to have respect. You don't come on a radio station and, no, this is not a station for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Let me try and do better.
Yes, we will. We are generally a good people. Eh? Sometimes,
yes.
we just sleep a little bit, Sometimes we get a little carried away, but no love lost. All right?
I know. You have a good one.
Enjoy your holidays, all right?
You too, darling.
Love you. Bye-bye.
God bless you.
All right. God bless. Thanks. Bye-bye. Good. 435-2041. It's 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning. What up? And the passengers on HD 390. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Mr. Joseph, is it?
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Can I talk to you off air, please?
Okay, we'll try that after the program.
Can you do that?
Okay, we'll try that. Okay, no problem.
Nice.
435-2041. That's the number. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. The most innocent man in Grenada, Caricon Pity Matnik. How you doing, boy?
I ain't do it yet, but I go do it.
Well, when you do it good, you know.
Well, of course, I am a good man.
I know that.
Nice.
Anything that benefit the people of this country, I'm happy. Put in a little $500, that would cock a hole. And I'm happy for the people that receiving that little $5. Big up to those who see it fit. I know how to buy ticket online. I ain't have a ticket yet, but I want to go and see the cricket match. I could get a ticket in the stadium.
Yes, you will get ticket in the tickets office.
Oh, thank you. I'm going and see the match today.
All right. We'll see it for two of us.
Yes,
all
boy.
Right. Good.
Okay, baby.
All right. Have a good one. Nice. Bye-bye. 25 minutes after 7 o'clock. Yes, cricket, lovely cricket at the stadium today and Saturday. You know the numbers, right? 435-2041. Let's do this. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Sir Innocent.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm a caller who called a few times already to try to get my home sorted out because my neighbors, I don't know Well, when I read the Bible, the scriptures, I see even King David asked God to take them out, because I never see neighbors do evil like this. I've never done anybody anything more than good. And for a long time now, I came from America about 2 years and plus. And these people in my house every single night, Mr. Innocent. I am telling you, the God above would never, be pleased with what these people are doing. And every time they just come in my house. Men come in, women come in, they're taking, Mr. Innocent, I would really like, I'm tired, go to the police. Till I don't went to the police. Because when the police come, they're saying they ain't seen nothing. But I would like some...
What location are you at?
I am in Jangle, overlooking the Silver Sands Hotel. Mr. Innocent, please, if somebody could just come and see what them people do. I put everything I could put, burglar bars, everything. And every night they say, no, it's Jackula, have how thing coming. But Mr. Innocent, I more sense to see is human being that doing this. And if you guys could send somebody or come to see or take a picture of what the whole front door, night before last night, I put a new bolt that my sister sent from England for me. They outright it. They're taking it out and they're putting it back neat as if nobody was there. And Mr. Innocent, I really, when they come, after in the morning, my whole stomach hurting me. Sometimes I don't even want to get up early, and I'm an early riser because it's what they're spraying in the house. Look, my grandson is here now, and my nephew. You understand? My nephew sleep on the floor for them not to come inside. They're still coming inside here. I don't know what to do.
And you said you've spoken with the police, right?
Several times. I mean, this is wrong. I mean, I'm a citizen who I contribute to Grenada and still doing it. And it's very heart-rending for me. I mean, I need some help. I need this. It's not to say I'm secure in my home. People say, no, I'm doing this right and I'm doing that right and all kind of thing. How much pastors, everything. And they just still come in.
Okay, well, I am not attached to the police, but I can make some calls to
I'll gladly
and see but you said you reported it to them already.
Several times we go up and saw Mr. Vonnie. He sent some people, and they come maybe twice.
Who Vanny Cohen?
Mr. Cohen, yes.
Okay, that's a good guy.
He sent some people, but they still just, I don't know, but it's my neighbors that is very close to me. Because sometimes in the night...
It might be inappropriate to say that until someone is caught, so let's avoid saying that. But I cannot guarantee anything, but I will make a call and see how best that can be resolved, okay?
Yeah, can you please
I will.
For me?
Okay,
and
thanks.
The number, you would have it on there.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good one. All the best. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. A little observation. I think we as Grenadians, we could be a bit more courteous. And I'm talking especially the bus drivers. Innocent, I was coming up from Grenada last night. And there was a few vehicles coming towards you as they're traveling in the traffic. And I checked 5 buses heading south. And all of their lights wasn't bright. You flick in your lights at them, but they still wouldn't turn it down. They wouldn't dip their lights. I mean, there's a lot of people like me who is going down in age.
You ain't going down in no age, man. What are you talking about?
It's happening.
You could get picked for West Indies team. You're talking about you're going down in age, aren't you, man?
It could be a possibility. You never know. But the point is, as a means of being courteous, you're driving, and a lot of the buses and a lot of the vehicles do not really need bright lights to drive on the road at times. But okay, you put your bright light, but the next vehicle coming towards you, dip your light. There's a lot of people who driving that, a lot of people who is walking on the side of the road. There's the next thing again. A lot of people don't put reflective things on the clothes on them. So with the bright lights coming towards you, and somebody has clothes that is not reflective, you could bunk them, you could kill them, So I think that not only busmen, a lot of private vehicles do it as well. So just a matter of courtesy. I think we could turn our bright lights to normal lights. If you're in a dark area, then you put on your bright lights.
But not only that, but it's in the highway code that you know.
This is what I was coming to now. I drive in the UK as well, and you're not supposed to drive on bright lights in normal. Police will pull you up. You understand? So I don't know why it seems like a lot of people drive here with bright lights with no consideration to the oncoming vehicles, and don't mind sometimes you shout at them, dim your lights. Some of them will cuss you. So I believe if the police need to look into it, and they're on patrol and you see vehicles, pull them up and let them know what the law is. I believe a lot of them who drive with bright lights do not realize they're breaking the law.
And also, not only that too, but some of them, they modify the lights that they put on the vehicle. They put the white lights and all these kind of things on them now too.
All that is a point as well. So that is just my observation yesterday, and I feel compelled to talk about it because they can create accidents by not dimming the light. But I'm not knocking busmen, but I tell you what, I checked the bright lights vehicles coming towards me after the first one, and the 5 buses that passed me, the 5 vehicles that passed me were buses heading south.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. Mm-hmm. Folks, it's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Home for Christmas for 2 T20 internationals at the Grenada National Stadium on Thursday, December 14th and Saturday, December 16th. Locals get 50% off regular match tickets, plus an extra 20% off when you buy your tickets online. Visit windiescricket.com for more info.
Make this season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. Get all you need with a cash loan of up to $20,000 and pay nothing for 90 days. That's right, you pay nothing until 2024. Plus, you can enter to win up to $20,000 in the Ready Cash Mega Money Roadshow. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Apply online at shopquartz.com or visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash store and make the season merry with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Christmas, make all your wishes come true with Co-op Bank. Get 100% financing on new vehicles and up to $50,000 cash with discounted rates, no security required. Drive out in style, make those home renovations, treat your family and friends, and get everything on your Christmas list this year. Apply today and you can be one of 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Or how about some extra fuel for that new ride? And that's not all. Use our electronic banking channels to do transactions and win big. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Can't make a hole, even love each other. arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
On this Christmas episode of Caribbean Passport, there is holiday cheer from Barbados to the Bahamas. We take in the musical talents of the Love Movement, the Carters, and Ray Holman. And of course, our taste buds will be satisfied. All this and more on this holiday edition of Caribbean Passport, right here on this station.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. Let me just take a couple of the comments here on our Facebook platform. Renisha James says, this morning he was very respectable. Me says, good morning. Mr. Rollo spoke very nice, slowly and audibly without anger. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Miss Glenda. Enjoy the cricket today for me too. All right. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, this is what we do, Mr. Innocent. For a community who practices Christianity, it's a thin line between love and hate. Makes one question Christianity in Grenada. All right, that is very interesting, caller. Also, someone says, hope you will read my comments. I knew someone who experienced similar things. It's psychological. She needs mental intervention. Okay, all right. Okay, hope you will not. Well, you see, I'm reading from on top, come down. So I read the first. What you telling me now? You should tell me that before. All right. Okay, Paula. Sorry, but I mean, nothing discriminatory was there. Renisha James, I have so many questions for him. He's such an educated man who seemed to live a full and all-rounded life. Why now he needs seed where is his pension? Is it the story of the grasshopper? Let me see. Why is he so combative and always ready for an argument? What was his contribution for Grenada in his able years, since he has so much knowledge? Why don't he volunteer to teach the children the English language, since he has the English language on lock? Why he never put himself up for public office in his able years, since he has all the answers? This last question also go for Anne-Marie. Please don't come for me. I'm only asking. Okay. For the time I know, this bright light situation is being complained about in Grenada. If there is a law, it should be implemented, but the police is invisible. Mildred Smith says, good morning, Gordon. Anika Reese says, good morning. All right, 435-2041, that's the number to call. You know, every now and then we have to pay attention to our online participants as usual, you know. All right, good. Good morning to you, Miss G. How are you doing? Hope all is well, all right? Someone says, good morning, comrade. That's on our WhatsApp platform. Okay, good morning. How are you doing, Papi? All right, I want to say good morning to you, Mr. Cyrus Griffith. How are you doing, sir? Hope all is well. Hope you're enjoying retirement. Good, 435-2041. That's the number you can call in to make your contribution this morning. Okay, some of the Somebody says, tell the lady to put salt around the she house and side in a bowl. What? I know what it is. Okay, all right. Good morning, caller. Caller, you've got to do better than that. And you know that by now. Now you all are trying to make me into what I'm not, you know. I could be, you know, I could be like that too, you know. You should refer her to a psychologist. Yeah, I do. Good morning, caller.
Innocent, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Welcome.
I agree with you that because you know I have been a victim of personal attacks and I deal with issues. So whenever I say something, please respond to the message and not chastise the messenger, because that is what we need to deal with issues here. I like how you said, because people should not be allowed to attack one another, and especially if they're lying or they can't substantiate it in a court of law.
Okay, so what's the issue this morning?
Right. So anyway, I want to say to Mr. Rolo, I agree with you yesterday when you said that NNP and NDC for RCC is the same. There's no difference. But what I want to address urgently really is the issue of the allocation of the budget, because I deal with serious issues. So anybody that come deal with serious issues. I find that the $15 million that are allocated in the budget, because I base on what the budget say. I remember the leader was saying the $7 million they had allocated for independence, the celebrations, and now I'm here 19. Well, of course, so I don't trust anything that comes from the gentleman's mouth. But the issue here, is it 15 million or 7 million? And even though I might kind of accept 7 million, but I find innocent, in all fairness, I find 15 million is a bit too high for Grenada's independence celebration for the 50 years. Yes, I know it's 50 years, but I think there's a lot of things that we could be doing with that money instead of 15 million when you have all these problems in the health sector, all these problems all over Grenada. You know what I mean? I think that the money should be used wisely and properly. And because what is this 15 million, if I can't what the budget, what is this 15 million all about? And people instead of jumping up on my chest, these are the issues that we should talk about. I find it a bit excessive. Are you going to have a good time? I don't know. So I think I would really beg the government, urge the government, and ask the government. Like, for instance, I see the other day they went to do the conference in the COP28, the climate. I mean, 30, 35 people, if I hear correctly, go to represent Grenada. I remember in Keith Mitchell's days and the other people's days, maybe 10 or 12 people, or whatever the case is. I think it's still at Tillman days or whatever, and then it's Keith Mitchell days. Do you need, I just asking, I'm accusing, do you need 30 or 35 people to go to those conferences? And when you come back, till she come back, I ain't hear nothing. Could you give these people giving an account for taxpayers' money? Who is paying all these people to go to, and what are their contributions, what they are doing? These are the issues that I am concerned about, not personal attacks. Thank you, I'm saying. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for abiding by our code of ethics. 435-2041. Questions. There are more questions than answers. Isn't that a Judy Boucher song? Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very, very, very much. You're becoming more innocent. Anyhow, we have to, every one of you preaching love. Love must be transferred from one state or one person to the other. It's no use that we preaching love and we are not practicing it. Now, when we go to church, we hear about love and love. But some of the people, the pastors, they want plenty money. You give them 1/10 or one something of your salary. Just imagine that. Is that love? So you have to give to miss. And when you miss and you get poor, then maybe you should be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. But you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven if you are rich. So that might be a good thing, to preach love and take the people's money in the right hand instead of the left hand. That's what is happening in Grenada. Everybody preaching love. But yet for all, they are not practicing love. Now the drivers, they are not taught to do the right thing. They heard that they must dim the lights, but maybe they do not examine on that aspect. So they have the tendency to say that they do not have love by trying to put the other drivers in a hole. In fact, many a times I'm driving and they tell me, I'll stand up as soon as I see they come with a bright light. And then they would tell me, go home, are too old to drive. That's what the young ones. So some things are wrong with the young ones. They don't have love.
So let me ask you. Could I ask you a question?
I hope it's a good question.
Well, you determine that when you hear it.
Yeah, well, then I'll evade it, but don't answer it.
You could plead the fifth if you want to. Don't you think? I saw you driving through town the other day, and you say people saying you're too old to drive. You don't believe them?
It depends on what you mean by too old.
When you say
you're knowledgeable, they say you're too old. If you wear a different pants to them, they will say, "Oh, this old man with his old pants. Look at you." I'm saying you're too old too, you know.
Yeah.
But how old you have?
Okay. I have a good
When you have old, you have experience.
There's nothing as an old man. Old shoes, old hat, old bag, no old man. All right.
So you see your concept of old now?
Yes.
You see?
You're aging.
Your concept is wide.
I look at you yesterday and you're aging gracefully. You look so handsome, and I'm wondering how I did not see a line of ladies behind of you. Have a good day, caller.
Watch yourself with what you have.
You know tango un. Have a good one.
Watch yourself with what you have then.
You can't lose what you and have, papi. Have a good one. Have a good one. Okay. Thingy like, you know. Folks, it's 12 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and Christmas is really in the air. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Nelson.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You intended? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You intended to call this morning, or you did not intend to?
Maybe, I don't know, but I will see a call.
Lovely.
But when I told you that the other day, but that was actually accurate because of one thing the woman said.
All right, okay.
She mentioned something, I think cancer, something like that.
Okay, so come out in the preamble and get to the substantive point now.
Okay, all right. No, well, my substantive point is helping to understand how these international countries are hypocrites. Because we were told that is the end of Hamas. They destroying Hamas. But yet they're going to impose sanctions on Hamas. Who are they fooling? With all the carnage they do in Palestine, we were told that Hamas is no more. So it's kind of confusing to say the least, but I know it's not for me, but maybe it might be confusing for the ordinary person who don't understand the intrigue of these countries.
Okay.
And so people to think about that. If you do kill so much and you're destroying Hamas infrastructure and so on and blah, 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 and you're still going and impose sanctions on them, you mean something is wrong with you. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. 435-2041. It's 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Right. My thing this morning is, sorry. Give me a second. Yes, sorry about that. My thing this morning is somebody, they make a comment about that man, what contribution he made to Grenada. But I know who they're talking about. They're speaking about John. If you can get him to come on that program and let him explain to the Grenadian population what he did for Grenada, they'll be astonished. And from the airport, that man he worked on the airport. He's one of the key men used to be on the airport during the Cuban time, during the American time. He was a teacher. He worked in the Ministry of Finance or whatever, a tax office. And besides that, a population of operators and mechanics of welders between the ages of 60 to 70 know that man, pass through that man, and is a very good mechanic, a welder. Starting from me, that is a man that taught me to weld.
Okay.
And I was able to achieve a job in a foreign country doing welding and mechanic from him. And in that foreign country, I became a heavy equipment operator and mechanic. So that man is a very instrument man in Grenada, and he did a lot for Grenada. The thing about us, history, we don't take up a lot of history in Grenada, and generation changes things. But the present generation don't know a lot of things of a lot of the past generation from our great grandparents did. So because you're young now and you didn't know what somebody else did in the other generation, the past, do not condemn them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a good one, all right? Have a good one. Folks, it's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a final commercial break in the program, and we'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you move a muscle.
Imagine a Christmas where you decide the gifts. Win exquisite furniture, delectable festive food, and a vibrant house facelift. The best part? You choose how much of each you desire, tailoring your perfect Christmas blend. Simply shop with us this festive season, and you could be one of many lucky winners. Whether you engage online, join our community events, or shop in store, multiple ways lead to winning. And every week, win delightful surprises just for being a part of our festive spirit. Real Value IGA Supermarket, where you tailor and we deliver the Christmas magic.
Calling all songbirds and lyrical legends, the Independence Calypso Monarch is here. And this time, we're doing it bigger than ever as we celebrate Grenada's 50th. Over $50,000 in prize money to be won. Show your patriotism, devotion, and love for your country with your original piece under the theme One People, One Journey, One Future. Don't wait. Submit your song by January 4, 2024 to the Ministry of Culture or email it to sco@culture.gov.gd. This is more than a competition. It's your chance to be part of Grenada's once-in-a-lifetime Jubilee celebrations. Grenada awaits the next Independence Calypso Monarch, and it could be you.
I'm addicted to Kaiso.
With ever-rising energy costs, Southern Electrical can provide you with affordable, complete solar systems for your home or business. Reduce your utility bill to zero. Have power independence. Go green by harnessing the free energy that sunlight provides in our warm, sunny, tropical climate. We supply off-grid solar systems which are great for remote areas without utility power, as well as grid-tied and hybrid systems. We can customize your system to your needs, ranging from 1.5 kilowatts to 1 megawatt systems. Start saving today so that you can have extra money to go on family vacations, do home renovations, or further invest in renewable energy to generate electricity for income.
You want to get an insight into your life? Are you willing to find astrological solutions? Master Shivrudra, the world's best psychic and spiritual healer with competency in other services too. He has guided many people who are going through a situation to find solutions to their problems and use astrological remedies for positivity. He provides services to get your ex-love back, negative energy removal, family problem solutions, health problem, and many more.
He located at Grenada City, Georges. Call him or WhatsApp +1 for 735375939.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and it's indeed a pleasure. Let's go back to the telephone line. All right, we lost that caller. Okay, I really want to commend. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you, and good morning to Grenada. Mr. Innocent, quickly, I grew up in a village in St. George's, by the name of Kempi, small village, and I can remember vividly the role Mr. John Rollo has played in not just my development, but a lot of young people's development around that area. So the comment that the person made, perhaps they don't know much of Mr. John Rollo.
No, but hold on. Let me pause you right there. She did not make a comment, right? She asked questions. Okay, because my interpretation of what she posted is that she hears him talk and he's very prolific, he's well-rounded, so she wants to know certain things. She was not ridiculing or anything like that. She was asking questions, okay?
No, I'm not ridiculing or coming down on her. I'm just saying that, look, based on his contribution, perhaps she don't know, right, of his contribution. And so that's why she made, such comments and so. But not to really demean or anything like that. Okay. Right? But Mr. Rollo's contribution towards Grenada's development is immense, huge. Right? I remember, and if I'm not mistaken, he is one of the first mechanic, right, that basically had those motorbike with a long fork in the front of it riding through St. George's and so on. I'm talking about in the 70s, early. You understand? So, other than that, his contribution on the airport and that sort of thing. So I think, Mr. Rollo, when he makes his contribution, he has a lot of wealth of history, and I really want to compliment him to continue, right, to help educate us, right, to help share his experience of what he went through and everything. Look, he's disabled at this point in time, but that does not stop him from making his contribution towards anything in society. And I really want to continue to applaud him, what he does. Have a good morning, sir.
You too. Have a good one. Blessings to you. All right, folks, let's see if we can accommodate a final call. We've got 30 seconds in which to do that. And if you haven't done it in 30 seconds, then this is where we've got to pull it down. Okay. All right, before I do that, there's a comment that I would like to read. Madison Fillet says, the allocated funds for the 50th anniversary spending is exorbitant and is reckless, negligent, wanton spending. This is no different from when Keith Mitchell spent excessive monies to bring in dancehall artists during campaigning when NDC made an outcry. Why not spend that money on the dilapidated only public swimming pool in Grenada, for example, and other important projects? Folks, thank you very much for all your contributions. All right, Innocent, good morning. The behavior of some of your callers is a deliberate ploy to quiet the genuine concerns and contributions by us in radio and the TV land. They all over on every social media platform. Well, the voice of the people is the voice of God. You understand what I'm saying? Folks, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I think it's only fitting to to let people know that. A lot of people meet me and ask me, why are you letting Mr. Rollo do this and do that to you? Listen, I am a very humble person, and some people have a problem with Mr. Rollo's tone. I don't, and anybody that is attempting to make me better at what I do, I'll be foolish to be angry by that. Sometimes his tone comes across to you in a way that is unpleasant, but I have no problems with Mr. Rollo, even if he bashes me. Sometimes I need the bashing. You understand? It makes me better, so there's no hard feelings there. Nonetheless, folks, it's time to go. I love you. Again, to the folks who consistently ask about the BBC presentation at this time, I'll just demonstrate it again for you. When we attempt to bring the BBC, this is what we hear.
Working to restore normal service as soon as possible, and don't forget you can always...